is another scorcher in the UK today, and rather than be outside and die, I've decided to stay inside, curtains closed, because right now I think it is sitting around 35 degrees and lots of ice water. I wanted to take this chance to talk about the 5 things I think that the TCG needs. Now, to preface this, a couple of these things come from a player perspective, but they are mostly from a collector perspective. You guys know that I am a collector at heart. I love playing this game, and I highly encourage everyone to try it and pick it up. But these points mainly come from a collector's perspective. Now, to start it off, number 1, the first thing I think that the TCG needs is different type of rarities. At the moment, when you get your standard Digimon set outside any special sets, when you get a box, okay, or when you open packs, you get loose packs, the big hits are a secret or an alternate art, and that's kind of it. There's nothing really else outside of that. Now, of course, there are sets, BT6 and BT7 are a really good example of this, that go outside that norm and give you some extra things. BT6 for the Ghost Omni and the promo packs that you get with the box. The only thing is that if you don't buy boxes, you're not getting those promo packs, and that Ghost Omni is really rare. It is so rare. However, BT7 is a great example because in there are the campaign cards. Now those are a distinctive type of art and they have their own rarity. That, I think, is what the Digimon TCG really needs more consistently. It would make sets so much more exciting for a collector's perspective to be able to open and get these other cards, these other type of rarities that feel unique. And it would be great if those type of unique cards then crossed over into other sets. So you'd want to collect them because, say for example, the campaign cards continued, you'd want to keep collecting those campaign cards so you had a complete set of them, and again those would look great in a collection and would look great in a binder, which then moves nicely into my second point. The second thing I think this TCG needs, which is the tamer alternate arts to actually be alternate arts rather than just different colour backgrounds. Now there are exceptions, and that exception is the special sets. EXO1 had that really amazing looking analogue youth. EXO2 treated the tamer alternate arts so well, even though they weren't bespoke art, as in like an artist hadn't bespokely drawn them, the way they'd been done just look incredible. And EXO3 has this stunning trainer alternate art which looks incredible. Now I know these are special sets, but why can't we have tamer arts that are actually art pieces, that are actually an alternate art rather than just a different colour background? And the tamer arts themselves aren't even arts, they're stills from the anime. I don't think they ever have an artist attributed to them because they're from the anime. So actually getting the artist to have a chance to draw the tamers and have their own personal take on the tamers, that would be incredible. I think that would make max rarity decks look so much more exciting to play with. It would actually make people want to collect tamers, because at the moment I know not many people do that, myself included. I'm not really interested in collecting them apart from the special set ones, which seem to actually mean something. Tamer art, please. Now, going into something that I think they are doing already, but I would love to see more of, is I would love to see more meta decks that live past their one season that they come out in the box. I have had several people tell me that they want to join the Digimon TCG, but it's too expensive because they pay money to get a really nice deck. They might need some expensive secret rares to actually get the deck going, and then it falls out of meta the next set that comes. The Mastermon and Imperialmon decks are an exception to that. Great, perfect. Starter decks that, with a little bit of tweaking, are meta and they stay meta for a long period. That is perfect. I'd love to see much more of that. Again, I have noticed that's starting to happen. Blue hybrid, yellow hybrid for starters. Security control, even though that tends to fall out in and out of the meta, it's not really a bad deck. Now I know it's so annoying to see blue hybrid all the time, winning regionals, etc, etc. However, I do think we need to just understand that casual players, people with not a lot of money and who don't have an opportunity to play a lot, actually have a deck that they can invest in and feel like that investment is worth it, rather than have something that just falls off after 6 weeks and then you have to build a whole new deck. And if you're a student as well and you don't have a lot of money, it's not great. So I would love just a few more decks, just a twinkle more, ready for casual players. And going into something else that I think everyone is calling for is my point number 4, is having an actual online client to play Digimon. I'm sure for all of you who have played online tournaments know how frustrating it can be sometimes. Not everyone can have a really good webcam. So there are some dodgy webcams when you're playing. There can be a lot of lag, which is really frustrating to play against and can actually get you disqualified if you lag out, which is not great for you if you're playing. And also people cheat really easily on online tournaments. Like if you're not recording your games, it's so easy to miss people cheating. I would never be able to spot someone cheating unless it was blatantly obvious, because I find it quite difficult to look at what I'm doing on the board, make sure that my hand is not being seen by my webcam, and also checking what the person is doing on their board, how to counter that. And I'm looking like, yeah, someone would easily be able to cheat in my games. I don't have that great attention span. Having an actual online client where you can have tournaments that won't suffer from any of those problems would be amazing. And Bandai, I think you're doing it, but I really hope you push for it and understand the community is calling for it. That would be great. And my last point is a little bit of a weird point. It's a little bit odd, and again, coming from a collector's perspective, the hit at the back of the pack needs to be more protected. I don't know if you notice, but if you care about the centering of your cards, the whitening of your cards, whether your card has scratches or not, I'm sure you've gotten frustrated because a lot of the back of your cards, your big hits, your alternate arts, your super rares, have whitening in the corner. Like those backs are really prone to whitening. And the main culprit, the main reason for this is that they're sitting right at the back of the pack. They're either the last hit or they're second to last in, which means they're much more vulnerable to damage, which is not great, to be honest, if you want to have pristine cards for your collection and when you get them packed fresh, they've like got little dots around them. And also because this game is like a player's game, going on eBay and trying to find actual near mint cards is really difficult because people just like post a picture of the front and then say it's near mint, and then when you ask for pictures of the back, because people don't want to take pictures of the backs for some reason for this TCG, there's like loads of whitening all over it, and it's like, mate, that's not near mint. So I would love for Bandai to figure out a way to protect those back cards a bit better. Either change the way that those cards are printed, but I don't think we need to do that. That's a bit extreme. I think just moving the hit further in so it sits more towards the middle of the pack would be great. If I have to do a pack trick so the hit is on the back, I don't give a shit. That is fine. I will do that if it means that my hit is much more likely to be actually mint when I get it. That would be good. I have seen one of my friends pull the Omnimon alternate art from BT1, and not only did it have whitening, but it had a giant scratch on the back as well. That was not great, even though it was so cool to hit that really rare card, but then to get it where it's got scratches on the back, fresh from booster pack, sucks. So those are my things that I would love for this TCG, either continue to do, and do more of, or just to start doing, to be honest. These are of course all my opinions, and I would love to see what you guys think this TCG needs as well. I mean, there's other things like actually making a decision about whether they want to use Mulligan or not, or side decks. That would be good. I know that there's some tournaments have been flip-flopping between using Mulligan or not using Mulligan. Making their mind up would be great for deck building consistency, to be honest. When places start to open up more and restrictions get pulled down, I would love to see more in real life tournament events, more support for all of that sort of stuff. That would be amazing. This community is amazing, and I want to support and help build this community as much as possible because it is a super fun game. It's a super fun game to play. It's a super fun game to collect. So more of this, please, Bandai. More please.